good morning and welcome to the IPA call, Income Producing Activity. And I have been asked to do a quick highlight on our moderator today. It is her first time moderating, and Shelby Davis is one of our founders of our NexGen group, one of 6, which are, as you guys know, just really coming in and just making great changes and opportunities for our young brand partners to be able to collaborate together and to be able to create an environment that allows them to be successful in this industry. Super proud of her. I'm going to not steal her thunder and let her share a little bit about her story. But the thing that makes this highlight very, very special for those that don't know is Shelby is also my daughter. And it's been an amazing opportunity for me to be able to watch her the last 2 years really embrace her role as a brand partner and find great success. So I was pleasantly surprised when she said very casually last night, "Oh, by the way, Mom, I'm moderating the call tomorrow." I had no idea. So very, very excited. So we want to welcome Shelby to the IPA call as a moderator. And just out of curiosity, if you fall in that NexGen age range of 18 to 35, would you put a 1 in the chat so we can see you guys and celebrate that age group as well? So got some 1s coming into the chat. So Shelby, would love to hear from you why you made the decision to join Partner Co. and what has kept you here before you get started.
Yes, well, it was an absolute honor that I was asked to be on and then to also be spotlighted. I feel like we always think that we are just somebody insignificant. And, I think that it's important to know that everybody has a role here and can, play a part and impact somebody else's life. But so I have been here I just hit my 2-year mark in May. I actually watched, like she said, Sherry is my mom. And so I watched her be a part of this company for 7 years before I joined. So I watched her use the products. I grew up around the products, so I know that they're fantastic. And then I watched her dive into the business. And I never had the thought that this might be what I would be doing. But 2 years ago, I found out that I was pregnant with my first. I was an elementary school teacher, and I just decided that I did not want to be in the classroom for the next 30 years. I just didn't see myself doing that. And I absolutely loved teaching, but I saw an opportunity with Partner Co. to do something different and step out of my comfort zone, and to be able to live out my actual dream of staying home with my children. And so, gosh, that's going to get me choked up, but they always say your why should make you cry. Yeah, let me gather myself for just a second. But so yeah, I joined because I wanted to, live out that dream of being a stay-at-home mom. And 2 years later, I can confidently say that I have not gone back to the classroom. Once my daughter was born, she is 1.5 years old. So I have not been back to the classroom, and I have continued to share these products and this business with others. And I was so honored to also be a part of starting up our NexGen group, which is super exciting because, a large percentage of our company is above 40. And so we just saw a little bit of a disconnect in that younger generation. And so I'm just so excited to be able to be a part of that as well. And like Sherry said, if you've got, brand partners in that age group, we would love to be able to connect with them. So that was just a little plug for our NexGen group there as well.
Yeah, Shelby, can you tell everybody how old you are?
I'm 25.
25. Guys, 25. How many of us wish that we knew about this industry and this company and all of the opportunity when we were 25 years old. I know I do. I was 26 when Shelby was born, and I felt like I had two choices: either go to work or stay home. And staying home meant a huge amount of sacrifice because, you know, back then we did not have the internet, we didn't have smartphones, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have all of those things, and we take that for granted today. We didn't have those opportunities. Those who were in network marketing were building it the old-fashioned way. They were going door to door, they were having those conversations, and we love that piece of our industry because there is still something to be said for building that way. But the opportunity that so many have, like Shelby, stay-at-home moms, or those who are, you know, caring for someone, or they're looking for a second job, a second stream of income. They need time freedom, flexibility. There's lots of reasons why this is a perfect opportunity for that. So, Shelby, anything else that you would like to share about your experience over the last 2 years, or how do you make this business work with Elsie Kate being 17 months old? We were talking last night about when she was a baby, that was the easy part. Now she's running all over the place and, you know, a little more demanding as far as attention. So how do you make all that work?
Yes, well, I do want to add a big part to my story is that I did start with this business when I was already pregnant. And as many of you know, you cannot use the drops as a pregnant or nursing mom. And I am still nursing Elsie. And so I have never been able to take the drops myself, yet I have sold hundreds of them. So I just want to put that in just to say you do not have to have a personal testimony with the drops. You know, a lot of people say, well, I want to see how they work out for me. You do not have to. You can take people right along on this journey with you. And even if you can't take the drops, there are hundreds and thousands of testimonies that prove that these work, and we have a product that is absolutely changing lives. So that's just a piece of, you know, advice. You know, don't let that stop you if you are not able to use the drops or feel like you don't have a testimony. And I do still use, I believe I use 8 other products, so there are products for everybody. You know, so don't let that piece of it hold you back.
And so, Shelby, where did that success come from? How were you able to sell hundreds of boxes of drops without your own personal testimony?
The system of growth. It absolutely works. And you know, posting twice a day, it's as simple as that. And I feel like, you know, that's the IPA of IPAs, is to just stick to what the leaders are telling you to do, and that's the simplicity of posting and sharing what we have. And you know, it's all laid out for us in boards, which is a wonderful resource for us. So just stick to the basics and you will find success.
And guys, I will tell you, even though she's mine, her social media is off the chain. She really has stepped up her game in the last couple of weeks. I can tell with her interaction with the NexGen group and what those guys are doing. I have seen her social media is doing great. She's had a couple of reels that have really popped off. And guys, doing that is what pushes your work, your post, that system out into social media land, in Facebook, Instagram, wherever that is. It makes your efforts pay off. And so I encourage you to go follow her on Instagram, go follow her. She does a great job of not only posting the system, the before and afters, and we need people to see that, but she has people invested in who she is, which creates that trust. She is sharing her life as a stay-at-home mom, as a pastor's wife, as a new gardener. She's exploring being, you know, all the things, new recipes. She pulls people into her world. And when we do that, we allow people to connect with us on a completely different level. And then when they see these posts about these products and these drops and what they can do, they've built a relationship with her. They've built a trust with her that then allows them the comfort to say, hey, tell me about this. Whether they know her or not, they believe that they do. And that's the ability and the power that we have. Last thing, Shelby, before we wrap up and get started on the IPAs, how, if someone has already a brand partner or a customer who is in that age range of 18 to 35, because you guys don't let us old folks into your group, right? You don't let us into your Facebook page. You protect that space. So how can they get connected?
Yes, and so I always want to say, we do not cap that age group to gatekeep information or make anybody feel like, you're insignificant in any way. The intentionality for that group is to create community within our age group. So we just want to be able to lock arms together and learn from each other and grow from each other. And I actually said this I was on Chris Doyle's Saturday training this past weekend, and I said, well, I just lost my train of thought. But
Gatekeeping. You were not
yes,
gatekeeping.
yes. But I said, we are here to learn from each other and just to bounce ideas from each other. And so it's just an amazing place to be. I'm sure Sarah has already probably put the link down in chat, but if you have people that are in that age range, send them to us and we will take care of them. Because you didn't, oh, now I know what I was going to say. If you are 50, you do not have to learn how to talk like a 30-year-old. And that's kind of the whole point of this, is to be able to connect with our age range, because we don't have to teach you how to connect. We just need to teach you where to send your people. And so, that's what we feel like is the real importance and the gem of what we have with NexGen.
Great job, guys. How revolutionary is that to understand that it's not about us learning to be like them, but understanding that there's a place to send them to so that they can have community with each other. That's a big, big, big mindset. All right. Thank you, Shelby, so much. What a pleasure, what an honor it is to have you here today. So with that being said, I am going to turn this over to you to moderate our call today.